Hi, my name is Andrea Kowalski, and I am the Director of Clinical Services for Shrivers Pharmacies. And so, one of the challenges that our patients have in our areas is access to care. A lot of patients either drive really far for their doctor's appointments. Some of our pharmacies are the only pharmacies in the entire county. And so, we are really serving a population that just does not have access to care that most patients have. So, RPM really felt like a great option for our patients, as it kind of bridged the gap between that and helped the patients who had transportation issues, who had long commutes. And so RPM really felt like a good fit for us. Just the idea of telehealth in general and taking care of patients without seeing them actually face to face seemed kind of strange. But as we got into it, we really found that technology has really made taking care of our patients a lot easier, a lot more seamless than you would imagine. I think each location that we serve has different demographics of patients with different types of insurances. So that was kind of a challenge in the beginning, trying to figure out what we were estimating that we would get for reimbursement versus what we actually got. Just kind of trying to reconcile through that, make sure that both parties were getting reimbursed appropriately and having just some kind of idea of what that reimbursement was even going to look like. It's a big challenge, but we were able to really lean heavily on our RPM administrator and the team to really help walk us through those steps. Our administrator was extremely knowledgeable, different types of payers and reimbursements, and just dealing with these types of interactions with our prescribers and they really helped get us back on track and really helped us understand how the program works from that perspective. Wins of RPM have been great and some predictable and some unexpected. The first time that we were able to accurately send the invoice to a prescriber reflective of the EOBs that we'd gotten from them felt really great. We had a clear idea of what we were actually going to get paid for our services. I think one of the biggest successful moments and breakthroughs of the program was when our prescriber that we have a collaborative practice agreement with added me onto their EHR. So now I have access to their EHR. I can go in, I can send them messages, I can look at patient charts, I can request patient appointments, I have access to everything, and I have the ability to document and really help close the gap between their doctor's appointments and our interactions. So that feels really cool as a pharmacist to be able to see lab values, different clinical notes and different patient visits is really rare. I think that over time that has really changed our relationship with our providers. They see us as clinical staff that works on their team with them. And it's really exciting when they finally start reaching out and asking for recommendations or, wanting us to do more in the chart to help document or care of their patients for them. So that's been a really great win. We have patients who have blood pressure readings that are up, that are all over the place. And they have no control over it, but they had no idea either. And now that they're seeing these numbers, they're asking, like, how can I do things differently to make sure that that number is better? So they're learning to be more adherent to their medication. They're learning about what ingredients in their foods can cause their blood pressure to increase. They're making better decisions on the foods that they eat. We even had one patient who has a lot of anxiety and could never get a really good blood pressure reading in the doctor's office because she was just so nervous about her blood pressure being taken. And our health coach was able to get her comfortable with taking her blood pressure. She's in her own home. She's taking on her own time. She's comfortable. She's relaxed. And the first day that she was able to take her blood pressure reading, and it was more reflective of how her blood pressure really is. It wasn't elevated because she was nervous. She called the health coach and was so excited that she was able to do that. And the fear of taking her blood pressure was gone after that. she happily takes it every day and just is excited to see, where it's going. So it's really exciting to see patients excited about their own chronic conditions, especially one like hypertension. It's been really exciting to see how patients are connecting those dots, asking really good questions, and then being given the tools to advocate for themselves at their doctor's appointments as well.